Would you recommend buying Bitcoin instead of learning how to trade stocks? I am young and I've not learned to trade yet. Should I just continue to buy Bitcoin instead of learning to trade? If you can't beat the market, then buy the market. And Bitcoin has a good average return. This is actually a very interesting question posed by Mark. If Bitcoin has this amazing average annual return that far outstrips any other market, why should I learn to trade another market? And why not just buy Bitcoin? This sort of reminds me, many years ago, I was asked, do you like your Rolls Royce better than your Ferrari? So at this particular time, right, I used to drive either a Rolls Royce to my trading office, or sometimes I'd drive my Ferrari to my trading office. And so I was having lunch with a bunch of my traders, and one of the traders asked this, and it became a classic response for me. Oliver, do you like your Rolls Royce? You like driving your Rolls Royce better than your Ferrari? I said, well, that's very difficult to answer because I like them both. I particularly like the Ferrari under scenarios like this: sunny day, drop the top back, nice open roads. If it were raining, though, I'd prefer the Rolls Royce. I think sometimes that life is made more difficult when unnecessary choices are made. There is no need to make a choice between trading and Bitcoin. Why not have them both? Why not have your Rolls Royce and your Ferrari? Why not have Bitcoin and your trading? Let me show you something here today. Take a look at this today, guys. This is my traders. I was with 200 plus traders of mine this morning. We traded together. We traded Apple amongst a variety of other things. I traded predominantly Apple. I walked my traders through this trade step by step. Many traders did it with me. Some traders just decided to watch. I made $4,900 on this trade. Now, I will take $3,000 of this today and I will buy Bitcoin with it. I bought Bitcoin every single day of my life from March 2020. And I will continue to do this. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just telling you what I do. I bought Bitcoin every single day of my life since March of 2020. If I have excess today that I don't need to live a very, very nice life, and it's just going to sit there and cash, no, I'm putting it in Bitcoin. That's just me. Trading has changed my life. There is something sublime. There is something spiritual about this activity. And do you know why that is the case? Mark, and I'm speaking to all of you, but Mark in particular, because Mark asked me this question. Because before there's any hope of becoming a better trader, before there's any hope or chance of mastering the markets, you have to first master yourself. And let me ask you this, Mark. How many people in life do you really believe have truly mastered themselves? The mastery of oneself, which has been an age-old pursuit for millennia, the mastery of the self, the search for the self, the pursuit to master who you are, and what you do. This is a very, very scarce thing in the world. Most people are stirred by something or someone. They believe they're independent. They believe that they're free, but they're really not. This activity actually, if you don't stop and you continue with it, will lead to you mastering yourself, subjugating those emotions that were never in check before, questioning the constant chattering in your mind that was never questioned before. Doubting how you feel is something that trading made me do. Trading made me realize that my feelings are not rooted in reality. That most of the time when I am fearful, that's when I should be acting. And most of the time when I am excited, that's when I not should be acting. I should not be acting. That I fear when I should not fear, and I feel greedy and confident when I shouldn't feel confident. Trading made me realize that something is off there. Why is it that when I'm in profitable territory, I get fearful that I'm going to lose the profit, but when I am in negative territory, I get bold to try to get it back? That's backwards. I should fear in negative territory and be hopeful in profitable territory. Trading made me realize that somehow I'd been conditioned to get it wrong. Do you know the value of that? Do you know how much more valuable that is than buying something at $20 and selling it for $20.75? This is self mastery. This is learning who you are. This is what the ancients lived their life for. Trading is the vehicle that leads to that. So, Mark, please learn to trade, if only for the self mastery part. Also, trading can give you that cash flow that I believe is priceless. Cash is trash today. I admit that. Cash sitting, rotting, accumulating in some bank account, the cash beyond your needs, that sitting there and growing is trash. Do you understand? But cash flow is king. You want cash flow, and trading can help you do that. Cash flow is more valuable than cash profits. There's two companies. One makes double the profits. Company A makes double the profits of company B. Company A has poor cash flow, though, which means that its profits come sporadically. But they come sporadically. So there might be long periods of time where there's no profits. And the company's burning prior profits, burning cash until boom, finally there's some sale or something, and boom, they get a little more of a windfall and their profits go up. So that company makes twice the profitability as company B, who just gets cash every single day, cash flow every single day. Never burns through cash because whatever they burn, they replace. They're replacing constantly. What company is more valuable? See, most people would just look on a piece of paper and say, oh, more profits, less profits. That one's more valuable. No, 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 no. What's more valuable to me, having a trader that sporadically makes money and loses, but every now and then gets a nice fat win, but loses. It's so sporadic, I can't rely on anything consistent there. Or the trader that doesn't make as much as that trader on average, but just constantly, every single week of their life, plus, 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 extra, 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 extra. You can set your freaking watch by the profitability of that trader. Less profits than that one, but more reliable. That trader's more valuable to me than the sporadic one who gets the big windfalls. Do you understand what I'm saying? Cash flow is king. Cash is trash. If you are building up a mountain of cash, that's dumb today. Building up a small hill of cash for emergencies and things like that, and then finding what to do with the excess, that's smart. Structuring your life in a way where there's something that's generating, throwing off cash, that can be trading. It can be an extra side business. It can be painting on the side. It can be cleaning people's garages out. It can be cutting grass. You understand? It can be fixer-upper of sinks and toilets and drywall and painting, whatever it is. Creating some cash flow in your life will stabilize it and give you that base, that comfort, that security to take the next step in your life, which is to bet on solid things with the extra. Please, for two things, because trading has that ability, Mark, to give you cash flow, don't drop it. You're young, and even if it doesn't work, you're still going to be young. So by all means, please, you above all should be doing that. And don't not do it because you're just going to become a better person, whether you make it or not. And I think that that even has a higher value than the potential monetary success this activity can bring about for you. The last thing I will say about this question, Mark, is that this is what a lot of people don't understand. Bitcoin is a savings technology today. It won't be forever, but today it's a savings technology. It is not an investing technology. It is not a trading technology. Those who trade Bitcoin are stepping on dollars to pick up dimes. It's freaking ridiculous. Those who are looking to buy and sell it for a weaker currency just don't understand what this thing is. You don't sell the strongest thing in the planet, not based on price, but you don't sell the hardest money for the worst money and be proud of that. What you're doing with Bitcoin is you're banking on the next 4 to 5 years to 10 years out. That's what you're doing. And you're using it as a savings entity now with 2026 and 2030 in mind. You are ignoring what the price is today. You're going to use the volatility to your favor by making sure every single week you just sock $1, $5, $10. I don't care how freaking small it is. This is the approach that I'm teaching not only my family, I'm teaching my family of traders this or what have you. If we did this with the S&P 500 all the way back in 1986 when I first started, and I did do this, every single week just put something in it, where would you be today? You'd be extraordinarily wealthy today. If you did this with Apple stock from 1997 or Microsoft stock from 1994 or Amazon stock from 2001, I did this very thing with those items. The S&P 500, I did it with Microsoft, I did it with Apple, I did it with Amazon, I did it with gold, and I'm doing it with Bitcoin. There are certain things that you have to see beyond selling it for an extra few dollars, and you know those dollars are going to be worth nothing in 5 years, when this in 5 years is going to be worth exponentially higher than the price today. If history's any guide, Bitcoin in 2026 is going to make this price today at 22 or 23 or wherever it is, it's going to make it look freaking small. The same way today's price in Bitcoin, 22,000, made $200 look small years ago, and $2 look small years ago, and 20 cents look small years ago. My $7.50 buy of Amazon looks small today when it reached almost $4,000. There are certain things you have to know how to categorize. There are certain things that should be traded. There are certain things that should be invested in. And then there are certain things that should be used like a freaking savings account. And Bitcoin is the freaking savings account. It is not the trading account. It is not even the investment account. No, Tesla is the investment account. Square is the investment account. Do you understand? Bitcoin's not an investment. You have to think of it like savings. So Mark, save. And Bitcoin, that's what I'm doing. That's what my kids are doing. That's what my family's doing. That's what my traders are doing. That's what everybody's doing. Save. And freaking forget the price. If you buy every week, who cares? Down is good. We're thinking 2026, 2030. And then trade everything else. Trade stocks, trade options, trade bonds, trade futures if you want. Trade your mother-in-laws back and forth for all I care. Pet rocks, Cabbage Patch dolls, whatever it is, trade everything else. Just don't trade that one.